It's here. Oh boy, is it here. This is my new radio. And apparently, cheap Chinese radios, this is as good as they get. Although, this is wrapped pretty shitty. The packaging is just taped like ass. Come on. No! Yeah, this is not an easy job for one hand. It has to be round 3 of packaging, though. So, even though they wrap like ass, they're really off, making sure that it's done. It's not going to get damaged in post. Alright. Come on. Finally. Oh, let's turn this around. This is the Eonon, Eonon, I don't know. It's a really good radio. Apparently the best you could get for my Passat. This is boring. I have to connect my phone. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Come on. That's the only one that does work. And it's not going to work. I'm not going to use it for long. Because this is Bluetooth, like most radios nowadays. Yeah. And let's see what we got. What's up, Dad? I got a radio. You want to take a look at it? He didn't want to take a look at it. Feel good. So, instruction manual, user manual, whatever. Chinese stuff. I don't know what this is. Okay. Feels like some kind of cord deal. Thankfully, I got this. Don't know how good of a view that is, but another bag that should not be crushed. I'm not gonna lie, this feels solid. Although I don't know. Yeah, it does work. The CD player does work. Or at least it looks like it does. I know there was a couple that didn't. Yeah, I like it already. Feels like, it's got good weight to it. Feels solid. Plastic doesn't feel cheap. Buttons don't feel cheap. Get a little click in them too. I like it. Now I'm going to show you how to install that. I'm going to install this, and it should be really straightforward. Alrighty, so we got to remove this. This should actually be relatively easy. This outer bracket should pop right out, and behind this should be some screws, and we'll get to it. I'm going to see if I can pop it off this way. Yep, definitely going to break some shit there. Let's try with the screwdriver. You don't want to use a screwdriver because you're messing some things up, but this car's got a lot of miles. And just like that, comes off. And we got the 4 screws. which are T20, which I grabbed. And it does help when you go the right direction. Okay, so that's loose. Okay, so once you got all those screws out, pop it out, and we should have these two clips. Now, this bracket's supposed to be super easy to use, but also kind of tricky your first time. You just squeeze the tip, you peel it back, and bam, out. This one, I'm just going to assume you pull out. My assumptions were wrong. Make sure you squeeze that tip of that clip. And this radio is done. New one goes in. Gotta remove these top pins, so. Huh. I seem to have forgotten a typical screwdriver. But it's coming out just fine with your fingers. Okay, it's just gonna be easier for me to grab another. So, I looked at the back of this, realized this is all different than that. I was like, well shit, maybe I should open up one of these other bags. This is a microphone that hooks up here if I want to use hands-free calling. This is a really fucking cheap microphone. Like, this is literally something you see on what a news anchor would wear. What else? GPS antenna. Ooh, I'm going to want to install that. Don't know where though yet. Pretty sure this is supposed to be a tool to help me pull out the previous radio. Kind of looks already broken. And oh yeah, no, it's already broken. But it was cool. Could have used that. Never did. That's my bracket. USB extender thing. Oh, that plugs into something. It splits into two USBs. We'll see what that does. Do with anything. Not quite sure what that is. USB extender cable. And another box I did not open, or another bag that I did not open. Okay, it's our bag. It's got where the hell this is. Reverse in, camera in. Oh, this is for the backup camera, I believe. I'm not going to use that. CAN bus decoder. Magotan Activia Suburb CC. Okay, so I understand half these cars, because half of them we get in the US, others we don't. That plugs right in. That's gonna plug in a different way, and these are gonna plug in a different way. And I should probably read the instruction manual. Or maybe I'll just install it as is. I'll read the manual. When going through the manual, I want to see something. Feel good, or feel nothing. I love this. Okay, so, found out one thing. This is either charge your phone or play music through your phone or something, which is cool and all, but it's behind. That's why they gave us this big extension cord. USB cord thing. The catch is, you need to put it somewhere. Now, there's many options. One such option, which will be a temporary one, is you could go into the glove box, which I will do now using this zip tie, which will, and I can't do this on camera because I need 2 hands, but it will give me just enough rigidity to be able to pull this cable through into this glove box. Update: zip tie worthless. Magnet on a stick, significantly better. Okay, so update on how all this is working out. USB is in, just running through a hole that goes into the glove box. Comes out the cord here. I'm going to close this glove box, make sure all it does. Okay, it does what it's supposed to. And microphone, come on, super glued up there. It's sitting. I don't fuck with it too much. But found out, remove this screw. You can pop this out just enough, get this cable through behind here, and get the microphone up there. That is actually such a simple job that I could replace that microphone in the future. If I wanted to get something smaller, or if I wanted to print something with my 3D printer. So now I believe the only thing I need to do is hook up this and we'll go from there. Not quite sure what. Oh no, this is for Wi-Fi. I know what this is for. I don't have Wi-Fi in my car yet. Probably not going to have it for a while. Maybe I should install it though. I don't know where the hell it is. Oh, there it is. I don't know. But on here, I got the GPS. So this is a magnet. Part of me thinks I'm actually supposed to wire that all the way up onto the ceiling or onto the roof. And the other part of me is like, do I really need to worry about that if my phone could do it? So it's going to sit somewhere in there. And if I really need to reroute it, I can. I'm not cutting anything, so. And it's simple enough to get the radio out. But let's get the rest done. What the hell is that? That goes into there. That says USB. So I'm guessing this is supposed to be for more USBs? What? The benefit of that, oh man, I got some thinking to do. Because I could run 2 USBs through here. But it was also a major pain in the... No, I'm not going to do it. Already put the effort in. On for the first time. There we go. Close that door. Sure, that's a new light. You know, it says it already has a mic. Why do I have to wire in another mic? And there she is. We just rock. It makes noises. Oh, there's no music though. Music? Bluetooth. This is very responsive. I like this. And I'm going to pair my phone. Okay, just noticed something. Sister, would you please close the door? Okay, door's closed. Would you please open the door? That's a wrong door, isn't it?
Sure is.
Oh. Alrighty. So, I got the radio fully installed. Just kind of reverse of the previous how to uninstall a radio. And it's been a few days. This is all kind of... Come on. There we go. This is all kind of, man, this... There you go. It's kind of a review after having this for a few days. So, let's start with the good. This radio is very good. Okay, I'm just gonna fucking say it. Like, so it is responsive. It does. The best way I could describe it is literally having a tablet on your, or using your phone. It's literally using your phone just added right onto your car, which is exactly what I wanted. Turn on the lights all light up, and I don't want to play any music, but it gets louder, it gets quieter. I could change stations. I probably fucking did change stations. Okay, well, good enough. So, it's great. Couple issues I do have with this is more so an issue with the Android operating system than it is truly with this radio. So, first issue, I'm going to put that in quotes. I got Google Play Music here. And, hold on, I'm going to have to take a few steps back. Like an Android phone, in order to download anything, you need internet access. That's why it has that Wi-Fi card. Now, instead of installing it correctly, with the GPS receiver and the Wi-Fi card, I just kind of jammed in the back of the radio, and I wanted to see what would happen. The Wi-Fi card or adapter, whatever, the antenna, is double-sided tape sticky, which it comes with, to the back of this radio. The instructions say put it, I don't know, up here somewhere. I don't know. I'm not doing that. Or maybe I will sometime in the future. Doesn't matter. But it's actually not that big of an issue because, well, okay, my issue is two things. One, I don't even have internet in my own home. No Wi-Fi. Work off my phone. And two, at my parents' home, the Wi-Fi signal is super weak. So I just don't give Wi-Fi to this car. There is one exception, and how I installed a bunch of this. Many Android phones and some tablets can count as kind of like a Wi-Fi hotspot. And what that means is it gathers the signal from the Wi-Fi from your home, and then it kind of boosts it from your phone to whatever's nearby, and you could use your phone as a hotspot for your radio. I used this on my friend's phone. It worked great. You know, got all the bars, downloaded all the porn. But unfortunately, my personal phone either can't do it or I'm truly retarded and I can't figure it out. So that leads to some issues. One being, if I wanted to go to, I'm going to actually try this out. Let's say, actually, hold on. I'm going to go back. I don't need to press that. I can press navigation. And there we go. If I wanted to go to, and I'm in offline mode because I don't have any internet access, to Detroit. Michigan. I have a feeling my radio is not going to... Come on. Yep, it can't find its way there because I don't have the maps downloaded. Now, come on. If I want to go to, and I'm going to kind of hide my location, not that it matters too much. All 5 viewers. Instead of, let's say, Waukesha. Okay, let's try that. Start with in Waukesha to Chicago. I should have Chicago in here. If not, I'll use Kenosha. Okay, I'm going to use Kenosha because... And the issue with this is I don't have internet access. But what you can do is download the maps ahead of time. So I have the southeast part of Wisconsin download. Actually, the entire southern part of Wisconsin downloaded. This is great, but how you previously download maps on Google Maps kind of fucking sucks. And it's kind of hard. I don't know if I can show. Offline. Yeah, so come on. Anyway, I download maps offline. And it kind of sucks because it's like, oh, I'm only going to use a small square. It's kind of stupid. But if I want to go beyond, the southeast part of Wisconsin, which is something I rarely do, I would have to download maps to the other locations. So, yeah, that's one major downside, is having to download these maps. Not an issue if you have decent Wi-Fi. Not an issue if you have downloaded the maps already for the locations that you typically go to. So I live in the southeast part of Wisconsin. I have the southeast part of Wisconsin downloaded. I may not be able to go to Detroit right away, but I could go to anywhere in Wisconsin. And once I do get Wi-Fi, I could download a map for, north part of Chicago or north part of Illinois and all the way up to Detroit. Or I could just download a map that goes directly to Detroit. But without internet, the functions are super limited. That's an issue with Google Maps, not an issue with this radio. If I were to go buy a tablet from Best Buy, I would have the same exact problem. There is another option, though. My father travels a lot for work, and he has a little Wi-Fi hotspot that he got from AT&T. It costs him about an extra $4 a month on his bill, which his bill, by the way, is tremendously expensive. It's somewhere around the $300 a month range just for his phone alone. But point remains, for an extra $4 a month, you could get a little Wi-Fi hotspot that could sit in your car, and you have all the access. You have Google Maps at all times, but then you could also have your friend hook up to your Wi-Fi, and they could watch YouTube videos as you're driving down the road. or whatever. Speak about YouTube videos, because this is an Android tablet. You could watch YouTube videos. You could watch Netflix. You could throw things in folders accidentally. It's got benefits. Now, this is Google Play Music. I pay $10 a month for YouTube, or whatever it is now, for YouTube Red, and that comes with Google Play for free. Which means ads free, I could download music. Which, no, I don't want to play song just because. So, whenever I like a song, it automatically downloads, and there's like 200 some songs downloaded, or 200 some songs liked, so it's going to take a while for it to download. But this is the ideal way of playing music. The issue is the radio kind of sucks. Oh well, it's not the greatest system, but you could figure it out. It's not that difficult. Bluetooth also kind of sucks, because I could be playing a song from Bluetooth through my phone, also using Google Play, and then it will cut going to play Google Play through the tablet, which would be a different song. Or I could be listening to a podcast through Castbox, through my phone, hooked up through Bluetooth, and now I'm listening to Living in America. Or maybe I'm listening to the radio. So that's another issue. I'm pretty sure it's mainly just with this Android operating system, not necessarily an issue with the radio. And that's what most of my issues are with this radio. It's not with build quality, because so far it's very nice. Buttons move, buttons click. It makes sounds, even though a lot of that benefit is actually through the stock speakers that are in my car. So it does what it needs to do. Would I recommend this? Absolutely. There's definitely benefits and there's definitely drawbacks to it. One of the major benefits is just about anybody understands an Android operating system, with the exception of those who use Apple operating systems, but you know, this. Oops. Also, hands-free calling works great. Just so you know. Apparently I sound like ass, but I don't care how other people think of how I sound. I could hear them just fine, and they respond and they hear what I say. It just sounds like ass. Anyway. I wonder. I never use this. Oh, it's literally just another shortcut to Google Maps. Okay. Another issue with Google Maps. This is really bright at night. Also, it's really kind of slow. I think this is actually an issue with the radio of it being kind of slow, or maybe it is because I'm in offline mode. But I'm trying to think of a good address. Yeah, there's definitely lag. And it is an issue. In order to pay for this radio, I moonlight as a delivery driver for Jimmy John's, and GPS is nice, and this is slow. But it's worth it. So, yes, I would recommend. If your other option is what I had before, or some fucking old early 2000s Volkswagen or Audi radio, because those fucking suck even when they do have GPS and that shit. So, there's my review, and have a nice day. One last thing to note. I don't have a backup camera. I didn't bother installing one. I don't really want one. This will automatically assume that you have one, and obviously it complains that you're not backing up. It will stop your music, do all that fun stuff. I don't know if there's a workaround. I just felt like this is something worth mentioning. But once you get out of gear, it's all back to normal.